Dominique has always been resilient, I think. She started school at the age of 4, I believe, and pretty consistent in school. She started off really well in school, probably years, what you'll call kindergarten. Things started to decline rapidly once she entered into primary school. So I think that was the beginning of knowing something wasn't quite right. We did seek out an educational psychologist who did a multitude of tests to figure out, if she was on the dyslexic spectrum. He said, well, yeah, she is on the spectrum of dyslexia, but we had to find out where on the spectrum of dyslexia she was. So she wasn't at the lower spectrum, she wasn't at the high spectrum, but she was right there in the middle. So, I mean, that was indicative for us, oh, we need extra help. It really affected her confidence because she's always constantly saying, like, I just want to be normal. In my head, I was like, what is normal in these times? But she also always wanted to be that academic student who did well. I realized with Dominique that the conventional maths, English, science, social studies were not going to be it for her. So it needed to be more hands-on. It needed to be more kinesthetic in terms of learning by doing. So, you should have found that she gravitated more towards art. She gravitated towards the subjects that was more hands-on. And really there was guidance in terms of pushing her in that direction. In terms of, being black and being dyslexic is a hard combination. And that was the worry in terms of black women really need to come out shining gloriously in terms of to even get a normal job in society, where it might be anywhere in the world. That's the reality of the situation. Previous to doing that TEDx talk, I had actually written a blog around my experience being, not my experience being having dyslexia, but my experience being the parent of someone with dyslexia. So I thought it was a unique perspective that could help others in terms of other parents who felt that, they did something wrong. It's not an aspect of something that's wrong is being done or something that you've done incorrectly in the past. It's about what you're doing to ensure that your child has the best possible experiences in the present. And that is why advocacy on the part of parents and awareness, building awareness on the part of the parent is so important. Because if teachers don't know, are other people reasonably going to know? And the answer is no. So I found a lot with Dominique. I had to go into the schools and really advocate. I mean, does she have her LSA? Does she have extra time? Does she have the resources that she needs in order to excel? I remember when she told me that she wanted to do film. I mean, coming from a highly academic background myself, I was like, film, my God, I'll be having to mind her for the rest of her life if she goes into film, because I really didn't understand, what it is that film students do. But, with time and greater understanding and greater knowledge of what dyslexia is, what dyslexic students excel in, that I began to settle, and it became a little bit more, all right, let her do what she really is passionate about. It's more practical and doing and filming and behind the scenes. And I think you've managed it really well in terms of what it is that you're doing. So I'm happy. After a year and a half, now that you've been doing it, I feel at ease. I feel a little bit more comfortable in your future prospects.